Howdy, partners. This will be your last assignment here. Welcome to May 1st. Not that you can see that. Actually, you probably can. So this is your assignment for the week. This is probably the most applicable thing we do because it's real life and it's money, and you guys probably want money at some point. So what you need here on Classroom, there's the budget on Everydollar. Everydollar is a website you sign up for. There's a link there. It's going to look like, if you could Google it or click on the link, I'm already signed in, so obviously it's going to look different, but basically there's directions here. Let me go back. Sorry. Here, so you click on the directions, boom, right here. Activity designed to see how your income is in the real world, help you plan your budgets. Income is based on the career you want to do. Again, you can't be a professional athlete because then you're making up contract numbers that are ridiculous. And where you want to live. So if you don't want to live in Goshen, then you're doing it wherever it is you want to live. So a job in the city that you would like to live in. If you do not agree with the amounts that I provide you for some of the things, feel free to Google the average cost for that item in the city and state you want to live in. So for example, if you don't like my utility costs for a place, you can go average utility costs for Piedmont, North Dakota, or wherever it is you want to live. There is a part 2 that you can do, more of a family versus a single, which is what you're doing. If you're really bored and want something to do and you like it, jump on there. There's a video. This is the video. But basically, we're pretending that you are 25 and single. And so I guess the catch would be, if you're one of those people who wants to be a doctor or a vet and go to multiple years of school, you probably wouldn't have graduated by now, but we're pretending that you have. Okay. So basically, it's gonna kind of show you what to do here. So let me go back over here. So when you get to here, on the Everydollar thing, you're gonna do a get started, and then you do the sign up. It's free, and then you're gonna put this stuff in. Please use your school email. Use a password you can remember, because I cannot do anything for you if you forget it. And then you're gonna create your account. All right, pretty simple. And please use your first and last name. And then so I can get rid of that because that's all I need that for, because that's what I need to show you. You're going to come in here, and I can't remember if it takes you to budget. It might be like budget. Do you want to create one for May? And then you're going to go like start budget. And then it's going to look like this. And so it's categorized things for you that should help you. And this is something, in real life you could do, and throw your income in there and say how much I plan on doing and how much the actual is. And then there's differences. Most financial problems, whether you're single or married, actually, a lot of married problems are because finances, and you don't talk about things. And if you don't talk about things, you're not planning for things. If you're not planning, remember, if you're not planning, you're planning to fail. Plan to fail. Okay. So what we got? I'm following along on the sheet here. I'm reading it. I'm not gonna, go back and forth here because hopefully you can do it. But okay, I will right here. Use the lowest income level for the career. So your career, not any career that I care about, other than no professional athlete. So you're picking your career that you want to do, and kind of pick the low income level. So somebody usually gives you a range. You're picking like that initial, the lowest one, because that's where you're going to start. All right, so you find that. And then you're going to click on this link right here. All right, so now we're going to figure out taxes. We're going to take taxes out so we don't even think about them to make life easier, because you are going to be taxed. Unless you're Amazon, for some reason, they don't have to pay taxes. So basically right here, what you're going to do, I'm going to make up an income amount. Again, you're using yours, so I'm just going to say 47,700. And then your location, you're going to put in your location. So I'm in Goshen. I think you can do zip codes too, but I don't remember for sure. You can mess with that. And that's going to be single, so you're not changing that. It should already be single, so you shouldn't have to do anything. And then when you don't want to worry about that. We're making this very nice and simple. So basically, this is going to give you a very close estimate of what you would pay in taxes. And it breaks it down with all the different types of taxes. And if we would have actually had school, I would have talked to you about the different types of taxes. We would have gone through an example on kind of how they're calculated for a basic idea. But we're not going to know. So this is all that kind of thing. So what you're looking for is this thing right here. Your take-home pay. So this is after taxes. Okay, so remember that number you jotted. Oh, I need a calculator. Yeah. Okay, so mine's 37. I'm gonna write this down. 37,000. I'm not gonna remember that. 37. That didn't work. 37,776. Okay, so yours is gonna be different. All right, you don't need that website anymore. So now I'm going to come back here to my Everydollar. So my paycheck for May, we're going to make this simple and pretend that you get one paycheck per month. You can do it bi-weekly. We're just simplifying things. So if I have 37,000, basically what I can do here is I can take my 37,000. You can just Google this or do a calculator. 776. I'm going to hit my backslash, which is the question mark key. 12. There's 12 months in a year, so we're going to figure out how much we make per month. Boom, it pops up there. So 3148. So 3148. So we're going to come. Again, your number is going to be different. I'm going to come over here, and I'm going to click on my paycheck, and then this thing over here is going to pop up, and we want to add new. And what we're going to do is that number there, $3,148. Dates don't matter, don't mess with dates. We're just doing that in there. Boom, track income. And no thanks. All right, so that's showing you, that's how much money you have to work with for the month. All right, if you're really, like organization, you want to get rid of paycheck too, you can, but I wouldn't worry about it. Okay, so there's your income. That's part one. All right, divide that by 12. So I'm going to come back over here for the directions. Giving. This is optional depending on your view of giving. If you believe in tithing, this is where you include that. This is also something you can do if you want to give to charity or donate to charity, however you want to look at it. If you want to, this is totally up to you. And I can't really comment on this because, but anyway, kind of a common thing is 10%, or maybe you want to do 10% of charity. Maybe you don't want to give to charity because you just graduated from college and maybe you have all these kinds of loans. I don't know. It's all up to you. You, and maybe, well, you're not married at this point, pretending. So if you want to, just for simplicity's sake, I'm going to throw in here 10% of my income because some of you might try to do that. So I'm going to go charity just so I don't offend anybody. And 10%, so I take 10% of my 3148, or you can put any amount you want in there. Well, not really any amount because you only have certain amounts. So basically, I'm going to go $314.80 because I'm just moving the decimal over. Boom. All right. So then it has that in there. Awesome. Okay, so if I hit this X here, what it's going to do over here, if I come over here and spent, it's going to show me what I spent. It's going to show me what I have. It's still not doing what I used to do. I have to do plan. They changed something in here. It's okay. All right, then we're going to come down here. What's next part? Next part. Savings, emergency fund. You're required to save 10% of your after-tax income here in case of emergencies. If you want to invest, you can also add that in there. A great way to have money for retirement or money for your future is to invest early on, even if it's not a huge number. Most people, their mistake with investing is they don't start soon enough. And again, if we had class, I would show you some things about how if you save like $100 a month when you're 22, it comes up way more than if you save a lot more than that. Anyway, if you want something, it's Google Arthur and something investing. Arthur. Anyway, so 10%. So we're going to throw in here. We're going to go. The other way you could do this, I have emergency fund already set up here. You might have. I don't remember. I don't think I've changed anything. But if not, you could go in there and edit that. Or you could just go add item and then write emergency fund and then delete the other one. The one way to do this is you can throw this planning thing in here. So it's going to be that same $314.80. And then you can also, if that's how much you're planning to do, maybe I'll just do both right here, 314.8 track expense. So this is going to be kind of annoying because you're putting the same number in twice because that's just... So what would happen is in real life, you'd kind of do this plan at the beginning of the month. And this is how much I'm going to make. This is how much I'm going to do. And at the end of the month, you actually track your expenses. So let's say your emergent, well, these aren't examples. So let's say you were going to spend $100 on clothing. And then you didn't spend $100 on clothing, but you planned it. So then you have like $50 extra or whatever. So remaining, planned. See, they used to have this thing here and it would... show you what you had left over to spend. There we go. That's the number. Okay, fantastic. Okay, sorry, got crazy there. All right, we're coming back over here. So that's that. If you want to put investing in there, you can add investing. So if you wanted to add investing, I'd do this. I'd go add item, investments. I don't remember, did we talk about it? I have so many different classes. But again, that's something else we would have spent a little more time on. And you could put stuff in there. If not, no big deal. If you don't like it, you can hit the trash can and get rid of it. Okay. All right, we're going to come down here to housing, mortgage, rent. You're going to find a one-bedroom apartment in the city you want to live and work in. Don't just find the cheapest one. You want to work through this as real life, because you don't want to live in an apartment with no bathroom or no carpet. Well, I mean, no flooring. Anyway, so basically you would go in the city you're trying to go to, and you would Google that, and you would figure out how much it is per month. So there's going to be some catches here. Some of them are going to have utilities and water included. Some of them are not. Sometimes it might be hard to tell. So if you're not sure, we're going to throw this in there. So I'm just going to say, so if I Google, I don't really want to get rid of that either. You got to move. There we go. So if I go 1 bedroom apartment, Goshen, Indiana. Apartment for rent should be fairly simple to find stuff like this. You kind of want to plan this in real life. So where you're working, you don't want to live like 48 minutes away. 2 to 3 bedrooms, 1 to 3 bedrooms. So maybe I click on this. 1 bedroom, $650. So then if I wanted to, I'd kind of read through this a little bit. There's a cat, dog, if you have a pet, sorry, property. And then this is where it would kind of tell you, amenities and stuff. You have one place, you have high speed, and you have washer dryer, you have cable ready, so that means you'd be paying for it. All that kind of stuff. Cats are allowed, all that kind of stuff. So you read through this like, it was your real thing. Somebody used that $650, and it probably kind of costs more than you think. Where am I at? Here we go. That was weird. So $650. So I'm going to plan $650, and then I'm also going to spend $650. And then you come over here, and you're going to have cable if you want cable. If you don't want cable, if you want a Netflix, a Prime, a Hulu, whatever, you're going to Google how much that's going to cost per month and put that in there. Utilities, the average cost of gas and electricity, we're just going to say $100 per month. It's going to vary between summer and winter. Heating and cooling, all that kind of stuff, and what temperature you want your house, and of course how big it is, or it's an apartment. We're just ballparking. If you don't like it, Google the average for a 1-bedroom apartment in your city. Use that, but make sure it's gas and electricity. Internet, again, if you want that, which you're probably going to, you're going to have to Google that in the area that you're in and see the monthly cost. Water, if you live in the city, you have to research the cost of water. In the country, like in our house, we have a well, so you don't have to pay for that because it's yours. And that might be hard to find, and if it's really hard to find, just kind of pretend it's not there. All right, but internet, I'm sure you're all going to want that. It's also called Wi-Fi. Okay. So I'm going to throw in my utilities. So I think I forget. I'm just going to say water, no, natural gas, electricity. So here's what's kind of a weird thing, and what I'm going to do. They have natural gas and electricity, which is your gas and electricity. I'm just going to add an item, and I'm going to call it utilities. Actually, they had it somewhere else, didn't they? No, they didn't for some reason. Sorry. Well, everything disappeared. I'm just going to call it utilities, and then I'm going to come on here, $100 a month, and I'm going to add new $100 a month to track expense. Oh, I should know this. All right, trash, that's going to be taken care of. So cable, if you wanted cable or Netflix, I'm going to, and I can go in here and I can call this Netflix, and I don't remember if this is the right amount or not. $8.99 a month, it might be different. Hit new. Boom. That's kind of weird. There we go. Okay. So I got that. And again, if you don't like all these extra ones, you can get rid of it. If that makes you feel better, if you don't want a blank one, then go ahead. Trash. Again, these are kind of the normal ones. All right. Then we come down to transportation. So here's where, again, you're going to have some choice. You're going to find a car. So you're going to think about what car you want. You're going to go on Auto Trader. Something you can afford, you think you can afford, and this is where you're going to get yourself into trouble. I'm going to use my car. Something you can afford here, you're not going to get a brand new car. Sorry. I mean, you're going to fail if you get a brand new car. Let's put it that way. So Auto Trader, you click on that link. Okay. So I'm going to use my 2013 Nissan Altima because I'm cool like that. Then we're going to figure out the gas. So you don't actually document the car, you just remember it. Maybe you write it down because you are going to use it later. I'm going to come down here. I'm going to come in here. So I got my car. I'm going to figure out how much the gas is going to cost me. Now we're pretending that, you can actually go places unlike right now. So down here, this is all based on this. We're assuming you drive $1,000 per month. This tells you how to do it. I'm going to show you how to do it, but then it's also there in words if you don't like how I say it. So I'm going to find my car. So you're going to have to put in the year. The make is Nissan. And then you're going to do this. You can also find a car and do that. Okay. I'm going to find my Altima. There's my Altima. And you don't have to click on it or anything because everything you need is right here. So what we're doing is you're going to take the combined number. So right here. Am I looking at the right one? Yeah. The combined 31. That's pretty good. So 31. Okay, let me come down here the direction. So 31. So basically what we're going to do is you are going to take 1,000 and divide it by that combined number. So it's 31. I'm not going to forget that. So I got 1,000 divided by 31. Maybe you're going to jot this number down. So I'm going to go 32.25. You can round to the nearest 10th or 100th. I don't care. 32.25. All right. So that's how many times we're going to have to fill our tank with gas. That's how many gallons of gas we're going to have to purchase to drive 1,000 miles a month. This is per month, sorry. That's that part. All right. It says all this stuff down here. So basically you take 1,000 divided by that. And then you're going to go gasbuddy.com. Again, there's a link there. And the city and state you live in, you're going to find the cheapest gas that you can. So I go find gas. I'm going to search. And then I'm just going to go by my zip code 46526. I'm not going to pretend that we're going to have to figure out, where. I'm finding the lowest one. I don't care where it is as long as it's in your city. $1.49. Holy cow. So I'm using $1.49. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, or you can just leave that in here. I'm going to multiply that number times the $1.49 because that's how many gallons of gas I'm going to need. That's how much a gallon of gas costs. Boom. So that $48.06. Holy cow, that's cheap. So for the month, it's $48.06. That is mind blowing. I'm saying that's cheap. That's great. All right, there's your gas. That part's going to confuse some of you, but it's in the video. I showed you how to do it, and there's words. Maintenance, everybody's just going to be $25 a month. Because the thing is, if sometimes you don't have to do anything to your car, then you're going to save that, and later on you're going to have to use it. 250, 25. All right. Why did it? There we go. Okay. Then we're coming on down here. We got food, groceries. Males will use $2.50. Females will use $1.75. Guys, you eat more. Restaurants, then this is your choice. You don't have to eat out, but you will. Think about how many times you want to eat out per week and where you're going to go. So if I want to eat out twice a week, it's going to be maybe $10 a time. That's $20 a week. That's $80 a month. So that's how you're going to figure it out. And guys, think about your dating because you got to buy. So what I say, I'm a guy. So it's what, $2.50? Okay. And then restaurants, let's say $40. That's once a week. They're probably going to be more. My kids are yelling at each other right now. It's cool. All right. What's going on now? Go away. I probably shouldn't have done that. It's okay. All right, personal clothing. Males 25, females 75. Girls, you buy more clothes because you wear more clothes. Sometimes, I mean, you just do more things with clothes. I don't know, jewelry, all that kind of stuff. Phone. This is your choice. I'm assuming you're gonna want a phone. So you probably all have a phone already. So you need to do your monthly plan. So that means you can probably keep what you're using, honestly. But depending on where you go, fun money. This is your choice. If you want to have extra money to just waste, which you shouldn't be wasting money. Hair's cosmetics, so probably the average female spends about $50 per month. So this is not included in your clothing or anything, ladies. Guys, I guess if you spend $50 on your hair, then we can have a talk. I mean, I don't spend any money on my hair. All right, so I'm gonna throw some stuff in here. I'm a guy, so 25. 25. Congratulations. On the phone, I'm gonna make up a number. I'm gonna say 39.99. Again, you're looking that up. You're not using my number. Fun money. I don't really have any fun. You guys know that and all that kind of stuff. Okay, so I'm done with that. If you have other things you can throw on there. We're getting near the end. Lifestyle, pet care. If you want to have a pet, dog, cat, whatever, make sure it's okay in your apartment. Entertainment, this is your choice. So the pet care would be like your dog food for the month, and maybe a little bit of so if a vet once a year costs $100, you divide that by 12, and it's going to be like $9 or something. Entertainment, this is, do you want to go, this is not going out to eat, obviously. This is like movies, concerts, mini golf, football games, basketball games, have a membership at the Y. I don't know what else you kids do. Your Xbox Live subscription, your Fortnite characters. So whatever you want in there. And again, if you don't know, you can Google an average. I don't really have any fun. Childcare, that would be in there for the married part. So I'm going to say $10 a month for me because I don't have a life. I don't. And then we get to health. Okay, so doctor visits, what you know about yourself. We're assuming you're 25, you're healthy, but some of you might have something going on already that you have to incorporate into your budget. Usually your physical and annual physical is included in your insurance plan at no cost to you. So you don't have to tell me about what's going on, but you just need that. I'm trying to be real with this so that if you know you have a medical condition that requires an annual prescription that you know is going to cost you money for the rest of your life, then throw that in there. If you have to go to a special doctor because you're cool, I made that up. That kind of thing in there. And then we get into insurance. So for me personally right now, I don't have any of that. Yay. Doctor visits, again, mine's included. So then we get into insurance. So this is the part where, again, if we were face-to-face in class, I talk more about and give you a little better idea. Health insurance, that's also your medical insurance, if you like calling it that better. $215 per month. This is going to vary depending on your job. Some jobs pay more of this than others. Like right now, when I was single, my first teaching job, it cost $1 for me per year. That's out of pocket. Now that's the insurance. That's not actual public expenses and stuff. If I went to the doctor, if I had something. But then you get married and you have kids and you go on a family plan, and now I'm paying like $8,000 a year. Think about that. $8,000 for insurance. So if everyone in my family is perfectly healthy and we never go to the doctor, we're still paying $8,000. And think about it, teachers aren't really, the highest paid people. $8,000. Okay, $215 per month. I'm gonna throw that in there. So what you're gonna find too when you kind of go through this, there's some things that you're gonna have that, like the health insurance, is always gonna be the same every month. Your utilities probably are not going to be the same every month, but you can average them out over the course of the year. Sometimes you're going to spend more on other things. So this is kind of the plus and the minus thing here. My life insurance talk, this is your talk. This is your choice. 25 and single, no one's depending on your income to live, so you really don't need it. There'll be people talking to you about, like if you would die, that you would have insurance to cover your funeral. It's really not something fun to think about. Again, sometimes people are just trying to sell you things. We had a guy come in and told me I needed, I forget what the insurance was called, but basically death insurance for my kids so that when they die, they would provide me money if they died for their funeral. And I'll throw my whole 2 cents is if you have that emergency fund and you save money, that's your insurance for some of this stuff. Okay, health insurance, yeah, that doesn't work like that. But like, yeah, if you're married and have kids, like for example, if I'm married, my wife didn't work and stayed home and took care of our kids, and then I die, I need life insurance because she doesn't have an income. I'm worth more dead than alive. I might have said that already. $500,000 if I die. That's going to take care of my family for a while. But you're single at this point. So auto depends on your vehicle. We're not going to go into the specifics here, but we're going to say guys cost more than girls. $65 a month, females $50. How many girls have you seen burn rubber in the parking lot? It's the guys. They're more dangerous. They're more dangerous when they're single, and then when they get married and have kids, it kind of levels off because usually you will drive differently if you have your own kid in the car than if you are driving by yourself. Just think about it. And then identity theft, just as your choice with today's day and age. Something I have. I would do $3 per month, so I need 65 and 3. Auto insurance, 65. Identity theft, 3. Okay, and then we're getting down here. So this is where it's going to get scary. Debt, car payment, student loan. Use the cost of your vehicle you previously selected and take out a 3 or 36-month losing the current interest rate. To calculate the monthly car payment, you can use Auto Trader. I'm going to show you this. So basically, you're figuring out the monthly payment. And then if you went to we're going to, again, simplify this. If you want to dive into this and you went to college, especially you vets and doctor people, figure this out so it actually have a better idea, that's fine. If you went to a private college or university, this will be $400. So private is kind of like a Notre Dame. Like the Goshens, the Bethels, the Huntingtons, the Indian and Wesleyan, the Taylor. Usually when there's any religious affiliation with the school, it's going to be private. Public is the state schools like IU, Michigan State, Michigan, Ohio State, Ball State, Purdue, Indiana State. Usually another way to tell is if it's cheaper, it's public. So we're going to say it's 400 private, 150 public, and if you didn't go to college, then it's going to be $0. If you went to school to become a doctor, vet, a lawyer, all that stuff is going to be $600. And again, that's probably less than what's actually going to be, unless you get crazy amounts of scholarships, which that's going to be awesome. So if you went to school, so student loans, I went to a private, so 400, sorry. But again, in real life, you might, why isn't this, that's interesting. Oh, it's not working for me. Yeah, there we go. I just put that in car payment. Sorry, that's not what I wanted. All right, we're going to figure out car payment here in a second. That's why I was confused, because I was thinking student loan. All right, we're going to come back to this car payment thing. All right, so your car. So we're going to go back to Auto Trader. Okie dokie. I probably got rid of it. I got way too many things going on here. So I'm going to go Auto Trader. And you make, let's see if I can, and this is really helpful, right? And we're going to pretend that it doesn't matter where the car is being sold at. Ultima, don't really care. You can put your own address. It doesn't matter. You can go 1,000 miles away. We're just using the price. All right, I'd like to find a 2013 because that's what I used. And I'm just going to use the first one and see probably. All right. $9,980. I'm going to write that down. $9,980. Okay. Now I got to remember the directions here, so we're going to come back. $9,980. And then I think you're going to go to car research, car payment calculator. I think this might be slightly different than the directions said because their website changed. So that's what I'm showing you. Car tools and research, car payment calculator. Wow, this is going slow. All right, so we're going, first thing you're going to do, 36 months. That's 3 years. The interest rate, we're going to have to figure that out there. So I'm going to go, I'm just going to do this. So I'll show you something else in Charity Credit Union. It's the big bank around here. We're going to go loans. Personal loans. No. Loan. That one part on my auto loans. Oh, it's great. Sometimes they don't really rates. That's what we want. I feel like anybody else. All right, so we're going and all right. Seriously. All right, we're gonna find. It's probably seriously. Loans, really helpful. Okay, let's do this. Auto loan interest rates. Boom. They will depend on newer years. And so right here, we're just going to use this 5.26%. I'm pointing at the screen, but you can't see my finger, sorry. 5.26%. Okay, we're going back over here. Whoops, not there though. Where'd it go? Where'd my thing go? 5.26. 5.26. And the price, short it down, $9.92. Again, this is for me. Sales tax in Indiana, 7%. Yeah, you're paying tax on it. We're going to pretend you're not doing a down payment just to calculate. Estimated total interest, $320. There we go. There's my magic number. $322 a month. And then you're going to realize, crap, that's a lot of money. All right, so I'm going to come back over at $322 a month. All right. Boom. So you need to have a green check mark. That's how it used to be, but now it doesn't have the green check mark. So here's what you're looking for. I don't know if that changes to red if you go over or not. I guess I could find out. But this has to be a positive number. So then what you need to show me, so this is what's going to be a little bit interesting. It shouldn't matter. I want to see the plan, so I do want you to put the numbers in the plan. The plan, and then basically you'll take your little, so your perfect scenario for me would be you do your little screenshot thing. I can snip because I have that. And you're going to do this so that I can see your plan and your percentages for everything. And I can see that you have not gone over budget. Okay, so this number you have to have, okay, and then you would just throw that on Classroom. So let's say instead of that, I'm going to throw another one in there. I'm going to spend $3,500. Can you see how I get a red? Yeah, because that's over my budget. So what did I just do there? So it says I spent too many. So if I go in here and I put number 2,500, changes to red, so I'm over budget. So if you're over budget, you fail this. It's plain and simple, you fail. So that means if you're over budget, you either take away like your out to eat stuff, your fun money, or you probably, really what it is you get a different car. Or maybe you have to get a new job. Anyway, so that's it. So then you're going to, again, snip that. And if you don't know how to snip on your Chrome, Google snip on Chromebooks, and it will show you how. It's the Control-Shift weird key. And then you throw that in there. So that's all I need. Don't send me this link to this thing because I cannot see it because you log into it. I just need that so that I can see all of these things and these percentages. Thanks for playing.